Hello, Winterborn Witchy. Welcome to Ceridwen's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making money rice together. Money rice is a good ingredient to have in the home, especially when you're needing quick cash to come in and you're needing to call that in maybe to pay a short-term bill, or it can be used for longevity of financial security. So the first ingredient that we're going to be using today is our rice. So the rice gets poured in, and as you can see, I'm just pouring it in clockwise because I want to bring that energy in. And then the next ingredient that we're going to be adding is some green food colouring. Now, a quick witchy tip as I'm adding this in, I like to reuse candle jars for my spell work and my ingredients. Now, the reason that I do this is because it's eco-friendly, it's cost-effective, and the jars are really great for any witch work or spell work, and even if it's just our kitchen witchery for any type of cooking ingredients as well. I just simply soak the jars in warm soapy water. I allow the residue wax to soften, and then I just literally sweep it out with my hand and cloth. Now, it's important that when we're putting our intention in our spell work, that we're precise with our wording. Now, this doesn't mean perfection. Spell work should be rustic, intuitive, instinctive, and as long as you've got the basic ingredients that are needed for the purpose of that spell work, it's your intention that actually activates your spell. Now, what I mean by this is if you want luck to come in and you want it to be good luck, you need to word it that you want good luck to flow into your life, because luck can come in the form of bad or good. And it's also important that you're asking, for instance, in this spell, that the money, prosperity, abundance comes in painlessly and effortlessly, swiftly and immediately, and you don't want any hurt or pain attached to you coming into this money and financial security. Now, I've just added some mint here, and every ingredient that I'm adding to this spell is representing success, money, good fortune, good luck, prosperity, abundance. And these ingredients can also be used in other spell work, but today we're specifically using it to call in that cash flow, that money. The next item that we're going to be adding here is our basil, and basil is also good for protection as well as bringing in the wealth that we're asking for. And it's good to have that added protection to a spell, because we are human and sometimes we can even doubt ourselves, and it helps eliminate any lower vibrational negative frequencies that we may be emitting during our spell work. And that's why it's good to have a focused and clear mind. I'm just adding in now some sweetened cinnamon, but you can just use any cinnamon, it's absolutely fine. I like to write down my petition words and my intention, just to scan it over and just make sure that my words are being specific to what I'm needing to come in. And that's a way to not become complacent, because complacency can actually lead to you just throwing words out there and then you're ending up with other aspects coming into your life that you didn't ask for. And it's the same with any spell work. It's just whatever you're asking for, be specific. So I've just added in there some nutmeg. Nutmeg is lovely and earthy. And these ingredients really make the spell work smell gorgeous. But remember, this is not made for human consumption in any way, shape or form. And it's only being made to be kept in a spell jar. This ingredient, saffron, is an optional extra, and this can be quite expensive. I only ever buy it when it's end of line, end of date coming up, or clearance. And the reason I use saffron is because saffron is actually worth more in its value than gold is. So it's giving that energy of that wealth and richness coming into that money rice. I also like to be specific that I want the money to come in UK pounds, because that's the country I live in. So I'm just very careful in my terminology as I'm making my spell work and also casting my spell work. I'm just adding some bay leaves and a cinnamon stick. And it's okay to use dried ingredients. If you got fresh, great. But I don't want to put any barriers up for people being able to undertake their spell work. And spell work is accessible to everyone, and don't ever feel that you're doing anything wrong, because if someone tells you, oh, it shouldn't be done this way, you should be done this way, it's about your intention that activates this spell, and it's what feels instinctively right to you. I'm just adding in some gold fortune coins here. It's not real gold. You can buy them on the internet. It's just the aesthetic of representing that good fortune. And then I'm adding in some pyrite, fool's gold. I'm going to be adding in a citrine chip. That crystal vibration energy brings in that added success and abundance into the money rice. And I'm also going to be adding some toy gold coins in. This is an optional extra. I just like the aesthetic. I've just added some frankincense and myrrh as well. And I always say, you got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, the spell is not going to work. Manifestation works by you believing that you are worthy, that you can do this, and you are achieving this. Use the toy money. You can put in coins, you can make your own, you can print off what represents that money to you. Like I said, be creative, own your spell work. So giving it a good stir in, making sure we're swirling that universal energy. And then the next ingredient we're going to add is our salt. So the salt adds extra potency to the spell. And you can use the same principle as what we've done today to make green salt, which has all of its own purposes. And without putting in these added extras, if you just use the green food colouring, the green herbs, you then got your green salt, and you can spread that around your home for prosperity, and it's eco-friendly as well, which is good. I'm adding in some eco-friendly green glitter. Now, even though I'm adding this in, I would not dispose of this spell in the ground or the sea. My spell work is part of my altar and ongoing energy of bringing cash flow into my home. So I'm basically using this as a visualization aesthetic in my home, as well as spell casting. The glitter goes in because when I've got my candles lit, the money jar sparkles, and it's lovely just to sit there and visualize. My spell jar is put in front of my visualization board, my vision board, and I just like to do it this way. If you're going to be disposing of any ingredients into the ground or sea, just keep it as environmentally friendly as possible, because we don't want any hurt or suffering to any part of nature. Now I am now putting in a key. Now I'm using a used key because it is important that this key has opened a door before, because you are opening the doorway for that universal energy of abundance, wealth, great fortune, money, luck to come flowing into your life. This is toy money. I bought this really cheaply. You can go into charity shops, pick it up, or find it really inexpensive on the internet. I use this money as my petitions, so I write down on the back of them. This is eggshell that's been cleaned out, and I will put the money rice into the eggshell to make an abundance egg. And if you look at this egg, I have filled it up with the money rice. I have put wax over it. I've put a cinnamon stick on the back, an orange segment, and then I've added green aventurine around it. And I placed this egg around different parts of my home to bring in that prosperity. This is a money bag, which you can keep in your handbag. You can hang it around your home just to keep that energy flowing in. And it is about that representation of what you want coming in. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and remember, believe in yourself. You're a natural witch. You're a natural spellcaster. It's about tapping into that universal energy, and it's about drawing upon your own resources to bring into your life what you need to come in. And as the time goes on and we talk about different spells in the future, those same principles are always there. And I will be putting this money rice into a jar, and then when I'm ready to cast, I like to keep the spell work in a waxing moon and sunlight to bring in that universal energy into the spell work, and do this safely. Do not leave your spell jar in direct sunlight unattended. Just, even if you're sat in a field, take it with you and allow it to absorb all of nature's energy. Blessed be everyone, and see you soon.